Welcome back, fellas, to another day in the NBA. It is March 24th, and we have a pretty good slate ahead of us. We have 8 games to be played today. Some are actually pretty good that I'm excited to watch. Hope you guys are too. As you guys know around here, let's hop straight into this slate and waste no time hopping into these games. Starting with Toronto and the Wizards to play, they're a -2.5 right now. This game, I don't really think I'm leaning one way or the other. I mean, hence the odds being so close. If I were to lean anyway, if Jakob Poeltl and Emmanuel quickly play, I think I would lean Toronto, but it wouldn't be by much. Jordan Poole's been playing really well recently, as well as these young guys have really started to step up for Washington, and these are just two bad teams going head-to-head. It should be a pretty good game. Then we have the Lakers and the Magic. Obviously, Corey Joseph and KCP are not the two desirables here, but it is going to be Franz and the gang with Paulo Banchero, Wendell Carter Jr. now playing against LeBron James, Luka Doncic, and Austin Reeves, who have all been playing very well basketball when they're on the court together. With that being said, I think I definitely lean the Lakers there, -4. Orlando has been just not the firepower that we thought they would be with Jalen Suggs. Obviously, without him, they've just looked a lot worse. I get they're at home, but I'm still going to take the Lakers here, -4. Then we have the Pacers and Minnesota. I'm going to lean Minnesota here. Obviously, the Pacers have been all right so far, and especially at home, they've looked good. I like the over 231, but Minnesota here is going to be playing at full health. Obviously, you have Randall, Jaden, Ant, and Rudy Gobert all playing in this one, so it should be a pretty good game. And I like the matchups for Minnesota in this one comparative to Indiana, so I'm going to lean Minnesota here in this game. Then we have Dallas and Brooklyn. Obviously, we got the news that Anthony Davis is looking like he might play semi-recently. I don't believe that to be true. I don't think he's going to play anywhere in the probably near future, as his team looks like they're clearly in such a middle flux. If they're tanking, if they're competing, I think they're just going to end up tanking in the long run. But with that being said, Brooklyn has been playing some pretty good ball. I don't know if D'Angelo Russell is going to be playing. He's listed as questionable right now, so that's something I would pay attention to. As of right now, with Spencer Dinwiddie and the gang, who actually played very well recently, I'm going to be taking Dallas here -1 versus this Nets team that is an absolute shambles. Then we're going to be looking at the Pelicans versus 76ers. I'm taking any team that's playing the Sixers. The Sixers are so bad. Their team is so bad right now. I also like the under at 233.5. Zion might not play. The boys might not play with Kelly Olynyk and Missy. So I'm going to lean the Pelicans still to cover the -6, but Philly stinks. Under. Anyway, Chicago at Denver. This game should be good. Obviously, there is no Nikola Jokic in this one, so it looks like this is going to be a pretty even game. Denver's still favored by -4, even with DeAndre Jordan playing. I honestly don't know if I like that. Chicago's been playing great ball. Obviously, just blew out the Lakers a few nights ago. I'm going to lean Chicago here. They seem like they're clicking on a good amount of cylinders here, and I feel like they can match up pretty well without a Nikola Jokic Denver-led team. Obviously, Jamal Murray's been very shaky this season, so I'm going to lean Chicago +4 for the Dogs. Then I'm going to be looking at Boston and the Kings. Boston here looks like everyone's going to be playing against should be full health Malik Monk and the gang. Malik Monk is questionable right now with illness, but I think he's going to play. Malik Monk, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Keegan Murray, and Domantas Sabonis should be playing in this game. But this is still a Boston team with everyone starting except for Jaylen Brown. So even without Jaylen Brown, I'm still going to lean the Celtics here. They're just such a deeper team right now, and when Jason Tatum plays and KP plays, I feel like they're damn near unstoppable. So I'm going to be taking Boston here against Sacramento. Then we finish it off with Milwaukee at Phoenix. I lean Phoenix here with the +3. You want to. Obviously, Ryan Dunn and Colin Giuseppe is playing, or Giuseppe. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I'm still going to lean Kevin Durant, Nick Richards, Devin Booker to cover the spread here at +3 against a Giannis and Kyle Kuzma-led Milwaukee team. Obviously, there is no Damian Lillard here, which I think really helps in favor of Phoenix, and Phoenix is at home for this game. I like the over 225.5 as well, but I'm going to lean Phoenix to cover +3 at home. Heading into the plays that we got today, we're going to be mainly focusing on a few games here, but starting with the Lakers game, I'm going to be taking Austin Reeves to go under 2.5 3-pointers made. Reeves has been horrible in this matchup. Obviously, he just has a horrible matchup against Orlando, where he went under this already once this season, only attempting 4 3-pointers in that game. Orlando's the #1 team versus opposing shooting guards when it comes to 3-pointers made, as well as Austin Reeves has gone under this line with Luka and LeBron playing in 50% of games, averaging 6.7 3-point attempts per game, which simply is not a high volume mark to hit 3 3-pointers, aka you need to shoot 50% from 3 to hit that if you saw that same volume. With that being said, the last time Reeves played Orlando, he saw 32 minutes, only attempted 4 3-point attempts. Plus, in the last 5 games this season, Orlando allows the 3rd fewest points above the arc. So again, just shutting teams down from the 3-point line. Again, low line in a tough matchup. I really like the Reeves under here at 2.5 3-pointers made. Then we're going to head to a different game. Actually, we'll stay in the Lakers game. We'll stay in the Lakers game because I do like Luka to go over 27.5 points. He's in a great matchup tonight. He's going to be heading head-to-head versus KCP and Corey Joseph. Obviously, you love those two matchups. And Luka's been crushing this line recently, hitting over an 8 of the last 10 games, averaging 31 points per game. Now, I get LeBron is playing. That is obviously the elephant in the room. But even with LeBron playing, he still hits over at this mark at a very consistent basis, as well as he's going to see the volume. Plus, now he's seeing the full minutes. When LeBron was playing, obviously, we still had that ramp-up period with him, so I don't have like full stats with him. But now I feel like he's comfortable in the offense. He's really moving along, so I'm going to be taking Luka to crush this line. As Orlando's allowed the 8th most points to opposing point guards this season, while allowing the 8th most points to point guards at home. Orlando fouled the 4th most this season as well, which is where Luka scores 21% of his points. And they allow the 5th most points in the ISO, which is where Luka scores 16% of his points. With that, Luka is also averaging 36.6 minutes per game in the past 10 games this season, which obviously helps his field goal attempts, which is at 21.3. And obviously, with LeBron, he still should see plenty of volume. I'm not worried about LeBron taking away a ton of volume from him. He should be able to crush this line. Then we're going to be heading into a different game where I'm going to be taking Giannis, the main man without Damian Lillard, to cover against Phoenix. Over 31.5 points. Solid matchup. Should see heavy volume tonight. And in the past 2 times he's played KD, he's dropped 36 and 34 points. Now he's going into a game with no Dame, which will increase his volume, as well as Phoenix allows the 4th most points in transition, where Giannis scores 21% of his buckets. And they allow the 4th highest field goal percentage to opposing power forwards this season. Not only that, but 9 of the last 13 power forwards to face Phoenix have gone over on their points lines, and Giannis is averaging over 19 field goal attempts and 10 free throw attempts per game in the past 10 games this season with no Damian Lillard. Should see plenty of volume. Obviously, I love this spot for him going into a Phoenix matchup where Phoenix has been the most streaky defensive team in all of the NBA. They'll go on a 3-game win streak like they're on now, and then they'll lose 4 straight. And I think this could be one of those skids. I like them to still cover. I think they can win this game. I think they should win this game based on matchup. But defensively, it could get a little scary here, and Giannis could have a pretty big day against Phoenix like he has in the past, as well as they're going to need to rely on him with no Damian Lillard, and I just don't trust Kyle Kuzma to pick up any sort of slack. With that being said, let's hop into our final game that we're going to be betting on, and that's going to be Minnesota, where we're going to be taking an over and an under, starting with Jaden Daniels to go. Starting with not Jaden Daniels, not on the Commanders. Starting with Jaden McDaniels to go under 13.5 points. Obviously, he's starting at the 3 now. Rudy Gobert and Julius Randle are playing. That means he's going to scoot to the 3 almost every single time. Even with Naz Reid, he's still going to scoot to the 3 because Gobert and Naz, or Randle and Naz, still allows for McDaniels to scoot to that 3 position. So when playing as a small forward, obviously this matchup looks a lot different then. The Pacers allow the 8th fewest points to opposing small forwards in the past 5 games this season, as well as the 3rd fewest at home. Not only that, but Jaden's gone under this line in 65% of games this season with Randle and Gobert playing. He's gone under in 75% of games this season, averaging only 10 points per game, and 8 of the last 11 small forwards to face this Pacers team has gone under on their points lines. In the past 10 games, McDaniels is only averaging 9 field goal attempts per game, so again, he's not really seeing the volume, and he's not averaging any free throw attempts per game, so he's not seeing much volume. He's in a very tough matchup. Randle and Gobert are playing, scoots him to the 3, makes it even tougher of a matchup. The historical matchup isn't very good either. McDaniels should easily go under this line, and he's just not seeing the volume and the minutes that he's seeing when Randle and Gobert play, only averaging about 20 minutes so far in the past few games with them playing. I'm going to lean the under there as well. Plus, it could be a blowout. Hypothetically, it could be a blowout. Obviously, if Minnesota gets rolling on all cylinders, or the Pacers do, I do just like the under for McDaniels. I don't think he's going to see the volume that we're going to be looking for. With that being said, though, I'd like Julius Randle to go over 18.5 points. The Pacers allow the 2nd most points to opposing power forwards this season, as well as the 4th most points in the past 5 games this season, averaging 28.48 points per game to that position. Not only that, but Randle is seeing plenty of volume in the past 10 games. He's averaging 12 field goal attempts per game, along with 6 free throw attempts per game. So he's seeing the free throws, he's seeing the field goal percentage. Plus 5 of the last 6 power forwards to face this team have gone over on their points lines. Not only that, but in the past 10 games this season, the Pacers are allowing the third most points in the restricted area, which is where Julius scores 37% of all of his points. The volume should be there. Great matchup is there. Yeah, I absolutely love this spot for Julius Randle. I think he crushed this line. Those are my 5 plays for today. Julius Randle, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Luka Doncic, Jaden McDaniels, and Austin Reeves. A mix of overs, a mix of unders. Make sure if you guys are new to the channel, you leave a like, you leave a subscribe, as we have been crushing NBA all season long. Let's attack this Monday and cash out. Make sure if you're not in the Discord, you join the Discord as well. It's absolutely free to join at 0 cost. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.